So, a considerable amount of adjusting was required with a specific end goal to help the DB11 handle the additional, redistributed weight. With a weight adjust that shifts rearward, from 49% front and 51 back to 47-53, the Volante required somewhat stiffer back spring rates and a back roll bar that is only 0.4 of a millimeter thicker, a cost which Hartley concedes required somewhat of a battle to legitimize. Despite the fact that the DB11 carries on somewhat well at direct and raised paces, when you approach around 80% of the taking care of limits, the damping, particularly pressure, appears a bit too delicate to give the measure of certainty you'd need to investigate those last 20% of the auto's capacities. Notwithstanding the way that the DB11's GT roots uncover themselves all the more unmistakably at these lifted rates of movement, there's never any uncertainty the 6-cylinder, 15.7-inch brakes will convey solid stops with enough criticism to adjust their energy at the highest point of the pedal stroke, the most essential piece of edge braking. To put the Volante's execution into point of view, this is Aston's swap for the DB9, which is the mildest and most street trip accommodating offering in the lineup. That it can run the Route Napoleon, which winds through the Provençal mountains, with as much physicality as it does says a lot to Aston's freshly discovered spotlight on execution. All things considered, the DB11 Volante is to a greater extent a way of life auto than its car partner, and that shouldn't be a shock. Execution disapproved of drivers won't have much to grumble about on the off chance that they recollect that the all-new V8 Vantage comes toward the beginning of March, which guarantees to rethink the driver-centered edge of the 105-year-old brand. We'll be track-trying the new auto, and obviously, we can hardly wait.